Hi, I'm Matt. I'm here at the bike shed with my Triumph Trophy 900 Café Racer that I built and raced to 4th place at the Café Racer Cup. So as you've probably seen from some of the other videos, the Café Racer Cup was a really great event this year, but it was a little bit extra special for me because I was racing this bike. So I built this bike, I started it about 3 years ago and finished it last summer. And the bike was built as a tribute to another bike that once raced at Lydden Hill. So when I was a little kid, my dad raced an Ariel 250, which blew up as often as it kind of raced. It was quite highly tuned. And then I got to spend plenty of time handing spanners across to my old man in the garage so that we could then take it racing again. Fast forwarding a few years, he eventually sold the bike, bought a kit car. But fast forward a few years past that and he sadly died from a brain tumour. 6 months to the day he was diagnosed, unfortunately, that was kind of it, which was a bit tough. But a few years later I bought a house with a garage and I knew I wanted to build a bike and I wanted to build a tribute to his old Ariel that first got me into motorcycles. And this was the result. So I'm not a particularly skilled mechanic, so I started looking around trying to find something that A, would fit my lanky frame, and B, that I could actually build with my slightly limited skill set. So I found a company on the Isle of Wight who do some kits of a subframe and kind of bodywork that fit onto the old Hinckley Triumphs, and that looked like a good option because it looked like something I could actually produce to an okay standard. So I bought the bike, brought it home, stripped it down. The kit means you cut the subframe off completely, but the bike was a bit of a mess, so it needed a bit more work than that. I had the swinging arm off it, I had the engine out of it, yeah, down to a bare frame basically, and then built it back up. Powder coating things I needed to. I powder coated the wheels in a kind of shiny brown that I quite liked. Powder coated the rear swinging arm, removed the air box and put on air filters which then needed rejetting, and then did the bodywork. The bodywork as a tribute bike is the same blue that Dad's bike was. The bike's carrying Dad's race numbers. And then I also put a little bit of artwork on it. So on the tank I've got a simplified Buddhist wheel of life with an alchemist symbol on the outside. So the piece kind of means the life in your years, and that's what I wanted to capture with this because you know, Dad really lived and I'm trying to do the same thing. On the front I've got a little Ganesh, which is an Indian god who looks after you when you're travelling, which kind of keeps me safe. So yeah, I built the bike from there. It needed a new exhaust to kind of fit with everything, which was a bit of a worry for the Cup because I thought it might be too loud, but managed to kind of quieten it down. So yeah, built the bike, finished it last summer and was just over the moon with it, rode a little bit, did the Distinguished Gentleman's Ride, and was then looking for a chance to ride at Lydden. I've got some old photos of Dad riding there on his old Ariel, and I really wanted to go there on this bike and to kind of close the circle, if you like, get some pictures of me riding this one. So I was on the Lydden website, spotted the Café Racer Cup stuff on there, and was just over the moon almost that we were going to get the chance to do it. So spoke to Vicky, spoke to Jane at one of the shows. They said, yep, you've got to be there. Got my place, came down, had a spare set of exhausts in case it was too loud. There was no way I wasn't getting out on track. And really it was about just getting those photos and having a little bit of fun. That wasn't until we actually started getting on track and it all became a bit of a race. The bike did brilliantly. I was really, really pleased. I got the pictures I want and I ended up 4th in the regulars class, which was just stunning. I think it was probably, and I could be wrong, probably the fastest real shed-built bike. So that was utterly fantastic. But yeah, it was a bit of an emotional day. My family were there, my mum, my sister, a load of friends who kind of knew Dad, and yeah, it kind of closed the circle, if you like, and kind of made the project feel complete, which was yeah, it took a few weeks to kind of come down from the day. It was really meaningful. So yeah, in many ways that's it kind of finished, but I think there's more to do now. You know, Dad's bike was always being tinkered with, so this thing's got to always be tinkered with. So for next year, I want to redo the brakes, see if I can do a little bit better. Front brakes were a bit soft. It's got touring rubber on it, which the Pirelli guy really took the piss out of. So I'm going to have to get something stickier there. And I think I could do with a little bikini fairing to kind of just give it some more lines, although it won't quite be a tribute to the Ariel then, it'll be something a little bit different. But I think that's kind of okay, because I think we've done the job with that. So yeah, that's the bike. If you know, as I say, when I started, I'm not a mechanic, I don't have too many skills, but if you take your time, you number everything, take loads of photos, take loads of notes, anyone can build something like this, and anyone could be here in a couple of years' time with their bike that's their pride and joy. So you know, get out there, get doing it. Yeah, that's the bike. I guess the only other thing is to start it up. has been the best day. We've had the most fun on silly bikes. Everyone's on something slightly different. Everyone's quick somewhere and slow somewhere else. We've had an awesome time. Oh, by the way, I've got to make a shout out to my wife, who on Valentine's Day bought me a lovely Pro Bolt kit that I could fit onto the bike and lock wire up. Proper race bike.